Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Giovanni and today I'm going to be doing a book haul, specifically a thrift book haul. A little background, I ended my book buying ban like a couple of weeks ago and I've only bought 2 books from Amazon since then. But I decided this weekend I wanted to go to Goodwill and see what books they have. Now mind you, I'm someone who likes to keep their books nice and pristine, like it's not even read. I don't dog ear. I don't do anything. Sometimes I'll like annotate, like for instance, I'll annotate and then I might like underline it. I don't know if I underlined, yeah. It was a big deal for me to go to Goodwill and get some books because I was like, okay, these are used books. They're not going to be in perfect condition. They've been read most likely. But now I think I have a new addiction, guys. It is just such a thrill to be able to get so many books for so cheap. Like I got so many books for the price of one. Let's just jump in and let me show you guys what I got. So the first Goodwill I went to, I got 6 books for, I don't know how much because I bought some clothes too, but they were no more than like $3 each. So the first book I got was Everlost by Neal Shusterman. I forgot to say what these books are about. So this one is about 2 teens who die in a car crash and now they're in this like in between life and death world called Everlost, and it's only populated by souls of deceased children. I've been wanting to read this series. I think it's for middle schoolers, but I've been wanting to read this series after reading this lovely series here, Arc of a Scythe. So I've been wanting to read this, but I just never bought the book. And I saw this and I was like, hey, and it's the first one. So I was like, we'll start with this, and then if I can't find the other one, I will just buy them. But I got this for only $2.92. And it's hardcover. It's actually good condition too, so you know, I'd be crying, but it's actually good condition. The second book I got is just purely because it's a popular book. Would you consider this a book talk book? I don't know, I'm not on TikTok. But The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I'm loving the freeze frames. Anyway, this one's about an actress who escapes to her family's lake house after bad press, and then she becomes obsessed with her neighbors and their disappearance. Riley Sager is like a big name for thrillers, and when I saw this, actually my sister saw it, I was like, I'm gonna swipe it up. This is $1.91. I was walking around like the knickknacks and trinkets and stuff, and I saw this on one of the little displays, and I was like, that looks like it's just giving dystopian. And so I had to look at it, and it said on the back, like, if you like Hunger Games, you like this. Now, that's a big shoe to fill, but anyway. So I just looked this one up on Google, and it seems like it's giving a mixture between the Poppy War and Divergent. This girl has to go through these tests to attend a university, but I guess there's like some secrets or something, and her dad is like encouraging her not to trust anyone. So yeah, I got it because it was only $1.91, the testing. Don't know if you guys have heard of it, but apparently because of the new release of Sunrise and the Reaping, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the dystopian renaissance. I'm excited because I love dystopian books. That's really what got me into reading anyway. By the way, if you guys have read any of these books, let me know if they're like worth the read. The next book I purely got because it's popular on Book Talk. I'm not on TikTok, but still, I know this is a popular book. I see it on a lot of YouTube channels. This author is well loved. It is Lynn Painter, and I found Betting on You there. Great condition and sprayed edges. I'm like, hey, and it's a Barnes & Noble's exclusive. Barnes & Noble. I always want to add the S to Noble. So I was like, I'm getting that. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of romance. I've been trying to read The Bodyguard. I'm like halfway through and I still haven't picked it up. It's not that it's bad, but I just don't think I like romance as like the main plot. I like it as a subplot. But anyway, I got it and I'm gonna read it because everybody talks about it and it's just so pretty. Wouldn't this been so nice to read in February? And this is only $1.91. The next book I got is a popular Christian romance. Again, not really, I don't like romance, but this is a book I always see talked about, Redeeming Love by Francine. Great condition. Hey, I'm not really sure what this is about. So I tried to look this one up too, and this Reddit user said that the book is about a tortured soul who had given up on life. It showed how all it took is one person to show her that she was worth it. And I've seen that it's about like a former prostitute and a farmer, and it's also an allegory of God's love, so I think I'm gonna eat this up. But again, it's just a really popular Christian romance that everyone raves about, so I'm gonna try and read it. This one was only $1.91. The next book I got, I always see this on Netflix. I've clicked it 3 times to start watching it because the synopsis sounds so good, but then I realized I'm gonna have to put on subtitles because it's in a different language, and I'm usually not in the mood to do that whenever I start to watch it. So when I found out that it was a book, I didn't know it was a book. I was just looking through the Goodwill aisles and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. The fifth wave. Going into that dystopian theme we were talking about. I think it's dystopian, isn't it? It indeed is dystopian. It's following a 16-year-old girl who's trying to navigate basically the post-apocalyptic alien invasion world, and there's like 5 waves of attacks, so seems pretty interesting. Yeah, end of the world type beat. Anyway, got that because I was like, oh, bet. This is probably the worst condition book that I got throughout my whole haul. Like, and it's not even bad. Now, it's not pristine, but it's not bad. And that was it from the first Goodwill. From the second Goodwill, I got a few books. We'll start with the sequel to that book. I was like, hey, I didn't even know there's a sequel. And this one's in perfect condition too. It is The Infinite Sea. So yeah, it's just a sequel to Fifth Wave. Again, I have no idea. I had no idea these were even books, and I didn't know there were two and all that. I just felt like, hey, I went to a second Goodwill and they had this. I'm gonna get it. It was only $1.91. I forgot to say the other one, $1.91. But yeah, so I'm excited to read that after. Hopefully I like the first book, because if I don't, that's gonna kind of suck. But it's just so pretty, and I love that when the paperbacks have that matte but soft feel. You know what I'm talking about? The next book I got, this has been on my TBR for a long time. Falling by TJ Newman. It's just so pretty. That's how I saw it. I saw this and I was like, I recognize that. I think it's about a plane crash. Kinda. Okay, yeah. It's really similar to the movie Carry On Netflix. So this one is about a pilot who has to either crash the plane that he's flying and kill everyone on board, or his family who's being held hostage by terrorists will be killed. I'm excited to read it. It's hardcover. It's in great condition. Like, I was sold, and it was only $2.92. So I guess the hardbacks are $2.92. I don't know. I'm new to this. The girls who go to Goodwill all the time to get their books, you guys probably know this. I'm going to become one of you, because now I can see how you can stock your library up. The next one is a nonfiction book. Now, I've realized I'm not a nonfiction girly. Unless some Christian books I'll read that are nonfiction, but like books about people's lives, not usually interested in. I did read one last year, Matthew McConaughey, Green Lights. That was actually really good, but I listened to the audiobook. This next book, my friend recommended, and I always see like good reviews of it. It's Viola Davis's memoir, Finding Me. It's paperback. It looks brand new, so that's why I got it too. And I opened like just a random page, and it was talking about slapping the ish out of something. So I was like, ooh, snatch that up. I'll be reading that. So I got that, and this was only $1.91. Okay, the last book I got two books. They are not for me, they're for my sister, because I need her to read this series, and that series is Hunger Games. The first one that I found Catching Fire, paperback, but look, it's pristine. Nobody has read this, John. Like, I was amazed. It was only $1.91. So I got this for her, and I was like, I know it's not the first one, but at least she'll have this. So I'm strolling along into the next aisle, and I find the first one. She's actually reading it right now. That one's beat up. That's actually the book that was the most beat up. But it wasn't for me, so I was like, whatever. So I got it for her. That one was probably $1.91 too. If you haven't tried thrifting books, definitely try it, even if you're a stickler for things being pristine and unread and new, because you actually might find some that are brand new, not even touched. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.